Welcome to Lesson 2. In this lesson, we're going to focus on a crucial principle of language learning, mastering the basics first. Now, I know that jumping into a new language can feel overwhelming. There are thousands of words, complex grammar rules, and an entire world of expressions to learn. But here's the good news. You don't need to know it all to start communicating. In fact, focusing on just the foundational elements, the most common words and simple grammar, can get you speaking and understanding much faster than you'd expect. Let's dive in and explore how this works. Let's start with a simple question. How much of your native language do you use daily? Think about it. Most conversations you have, whether it's at work, at home, or out with friends, rely on a relatively small set of vocabulary and basic sentence structures. This is the 80-20 principle in action. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. When applied to language learning, this means that you don't need to learn every word and grammar rule to communicate effectively. You just need to focus on the basics, the building blocks of the language. So, what do I mean by basics? Here's what to prioritize. Start with the most common words in the language. For example, words like hello, thank you, yes, no, I want, where, how, and numbers are used all the time. Learning these words first allows you to start interacting with people and understanding basic conversations right away. Memorize a few key phrases that can get you through common situations, like ordering food, asking for directions, or introducing yourself. For instance, phrases like, "Can you help me?" or "Where is the bathroom?" are incredibly practical. Focus on simple sentence structures. Learn how to say, "I want underscore underscore underscore," "I like underscore underscore underscore," or "I am going to underscore underscore underscore." These forms cover a lot of real-life scenarios and help you start building your own sentences. Make sure you can pronounce the most common sounds in the language correctly. Good pronunciation makes it easier for native speakers to understand you, even if your grammar isn't perfect yet. Okay, so now you know what to focus on. But how do you learn and retain this information effectively? Let me give you a few techniques. Create flashcards with the most common words and phrases. Use spaced repetition to review them regularly. This ensures you don't forget what you've learned. Don't just memorize words in isolation. Practice using them in real sentences. For example, instead of just memorizing the word eat, learn how to say "I eat rice" or "What do you eat?" Aim to learn 10 new words or phrases per day. That's 300 in a month. Even at this steady pace, you'll build a strong foundation in no time. Repetition is key. Go over the basics again and again until they become second nature. Don't be afraid to revisit lessons or practice what you've already learned. It's a sign of progress, not failure. Let's try a quick exercise together. Think about how you'd introduce yourself in the language you're learning. How would you say, "Hello, my name is underscore underscore underscore, and I'm learning underscore underscore underscore"? If you don't know how to say that yet, look it up as soon as you can. This simple phrase is incredibly useful and a great starting point for any conversation. Once you've mastered it, practice saying it out loud multiple times until it feels natural. Mastering the basics isn't just a step in the learning process. It's the foundation of everything you'll build upon. By focusing on the most common words, phrases, and grammar structures, you'll give yourself the tools to communicate effectively right from the start. Remember, you don't need to know everything to start using the language. Small, consistent progress is what leads to fluency. So, take it one step at a time and keep practicing those basics until they become second nature. In the next lesson, we'll talk about how to boost your vocabulary effectively, so stay tuned. Until then, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.